pushes. So that mobility of Ling, very, very useful. But still, for Onic, I guess the Joy is the safest choice.
Oh, no physical at all though.
Exactly, that's the thing.
That's probably why they banned the Ling instead of the Joy.
But this is the thing about Joy and Harith. Even if you go full magic, it's
Early
still
game
okay
is still-
because you penetrate through any magic defense. You can go Oracle, Athena, and Radiant as long as the Harith and the Joy both get Divine Glaive in the end. Stay okay.
Yep. Definitely a ton of damage here. Especially if the fights do revolve around burst damage. Harith and Farsa, it's not a long-range combo, but it's a lot of damage instantly. So whatever RRQ wants to put in the hands of Tyrant to receive all that damage, you gotta plan carefully for it. The glue is available, but if they go for that, that means, again, there's gonna be a limited amount of engage potential. So that kind of leads me to believe that they might put something a bit more dynamic in the hands of Tyrant.
What's dynamic here though?
Madang?
Gato Tacha?
I'm thinking
might be an
Madang.
option.
Whoa!
That's pretty dynamic.
Wait a minute.
If I say so myself.
Wait a minute!
This is going to be a Selena mid for Rinse, which is a debut
The Kai
pick.
special!
Oh my god!
The Kai
Okay,
special!
this
baby.
is just...
Oh my lord, ladies and gentlemen.
Is Yep giving the green light towards Kai?
Hey, when Yeb is in the lineup, just believe, yo. Remember the keys to victory yesterday. Trust in Yeb we trust, okay?
Well,
Kai, last time he played this, well, every time he's played this, it's always been the god in the jungle. It's never been just Kyrie.
and Onic right now, they're trying to rely on that Kyrie magic. Lineup rating for Onic is miserable here. Well, let's see though, if it's gonna be the case in the Land of Dawn. Because who knows? Is it gonna be a Royal Bestie or Royal Derby again? Onic trying to climb back from the depths of hell. The opponent, the King of Kings. Here we go. It is Sonic versus RRQ.
Will the god in the jungle show up here today? Kyrie on a Lancelot. Killing spree.
Will he indeed show up, bring back the old era of the Sky Kings, or will La Mercenaria actually get the better of him? It's gonna be such action in the jungle right here. And you have to wait and see, especially in the EX lane as well, by the way. The lane that sometimes bleeds over into the jungle. The Esmeralda is definitely an interesting pick. Look at the damage though, Sans already taking a lot of heat. Rains on the Selena, I don't think we've seen it too often. See if they can do something good with it.
In fact, we haven't seen it at all this season, Arashi. First pick for Rinse this season, so let's see though. If they are already, kind of used to play this hero.
Good trade though for Onic this time around. E-Boy gonna be taken low. This will trap on them too, but Rins will just clear the wave.
Good back and forth here. Inspired for both Tyrant and Rins. Again, having the spammability is important for both these heroes. I wonder how they're gonna play around with E-Doc here, because again, the situation with the chip is that you can't really go for a solo engage that reliably. But now with the Abyssal Arrow, maybe there's more options that RRQ can explore. In the early game, there's definitely pressure coming through from that mid lane. Onic seems to be dealing with it just fine.
E-Doc, crash course, Lupi, able to run away. Skill 1, gets away. So far, I mean, in this matchup, is it Esmeralda? Is it just a non-lane?
I think it's mostly gonna be a non-lane. They prefer to stay healthy, especially before the turtle fight even begins. But in the early game, I think it's gonna skew towards Lupi a bit more just because of the raw damage in the early game that Hilda has. But the longer the game goes, I don't think it's gonna affect the Esmeralda that much when the items are stacking up. Right now, this is Kyrie's ground. Remember, Lancelot used to be the king of the retribution, like objectives.
Especially at MSC, that was the hybrid Lancelot. Tyrant taking a bit of damage, Kyrie already good with the purple buff. E-Doc in the backline, going in, that's gonna be Rins who claims it despite two junglers walking up. Kyrie not able to pop into retribution, but the airstrike coming down as well. Keyboard taken out by Sutsujin. First blood, Lutpi running away, Rins trying to go for the chase. Now RRQ continuing into the enemy jungle. Orange buff control has the shortcut to Lutpi. In the bush, looking for the kill. E-Doc wants to go for the crash course, bounce in execution, and E-Doc gets away.
Some intelligent denies on the turtle fight earlier. Both junglers junglers were not able to execute their retries, and it ended up being Rince taking it for himself. 1K already for the King of Kings.
That's the Hayabusa with the invulnerability of the shadow kill and the hot shadow. You don't know.
Shortcut over to the top lane. Good night, Ludpi. Rince on the board.
Sometimes when you see Chip using that ultimate, it feels like it's an unfair hero to put on in Mobile Legends.
Oh.
So we're gonna take a look at the talent prediction by GoPay.
It's equal.
Oh
3-3.
my. Interesting.
This
All
blind
right.
faith too, yeah, bro.
Let's see, man. Let's see. All right. In the early game, though, RRQ is doing a great job already. And in fact, Edok, important thing to note there, how he engaged wasn't straight up with the shortcut. He went for the shortcut first and then the crash course afterwards.
no.
Look at this.
Thorn Rose used earlier for the airstrike coming down. Edok will be taken down. Sans picks up the kill in the back line. Rin's able to get the kill back. That's an abyssal arrow that lands. Kyrie with a puncture. Phantom execution to escape. Able to get the Thorn Rose to dodge away from the falling star move. Keyboy with a slam and an abyssal arrow landing. Get Toy with Rins. And it's Toy who claims the kill 4-1 RRQ.
Unfortunately, Savero was not there to back up his teammates. Toy, good read, good backup follow-up in the mid lane there.
Definitely a well-timed rotation there. It was a move initiated by Onic, but RRQ, because they do have really good early game tools right here, so many outplay options, they're able to get the better out of Onic, and now they're trying to control as Ludpi tries to get ground, but the turtle just gets deleted.
2 out of 2 for RRQ. This is the start that they're looking for. So they're gonna try to scale up next in the mid game here. This is where it gets a bit more dangerous for Edok.
Exactly, he's looking for a lot of these options, a lot of these moments. I think the main pick-off player here is going to be Rins, though, more than anything. So if Onic really wants to stop RRQ from making too many moves, they could have started in the mid lane. If the lane keeps getting shoved in, right? I mean, yeah, with the shortcut, Rins can appear and still land the abyssal arrow, but then at least it's a bit more one-dimensional. The timing, at least, will be.
Shortcut up top. Kai gonna be caught. No, Phantom.
Wow.
Execution for him. Rins on a killing spree.
You think that Lancelot was a good pick against some kind of heroes like a Chip, but if the numbers are enough to gang him up in the early game, then why not?
Why not, indeed? At 2k gold lead right now. So far, though, RRQ haven't been able to take any turrets down. That might change soon. There's an arrow lands.
Oh no!
Oh, still Savero saving the Purify. Pops his bot force and it punished. It got punished. Keyboy with flicker out. Oh man, you hate to see it. Purify saved all the way to his death.
It's not just one mistake of saving the Purifier. The fact that the arrow landed in the first place, that was a straight line arrow by Rins. He should have banned the map towards the turret at a time.
Savero might be looking towards the collision area, trying to see if he can do something there. Unfortunately, that allows Rins to land the abyssal arrow, and he's been pretty aggressively moving forward here, taking advantage of the two forms in the early game. Right now, item-wise, Enchanted Talisman for both Rins and Tyron means that there's going to be even more spells thrown out towards Onic. And their front line is itemizing for physical to try and curb the damage coming through from Toy and Sutsujin.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. It's gonna skew towards Tyron the longer the game goes.
Look at Edok.
And this is a concern too, Rashi. Like, who's gonna burst through Tyron when he's having his way in the back line? Savero, this is gonna feed Tyron with more shield. Sans, it's not really the right target either.
Edok in the flanks again. Sans, can he react? No, he cannot immobilize. Only a defensive Phantom execution. Ludpi taken low. An abyssal arrow into the back. Sutsujin claiming a kill. And now with the quad shadow back again. A tsunami slam. You get Sutsujin, but arrow lands one more time. Savero trying to survive, but he gets gunned down by Toy. And only Kai is left alive.
When you're the King of Kings, everything is your domain. Every place, even the skies, is theirs right now.
Even the mid turret was denied away from Kyrie.
Oh!
Man, RRQ. Perfect execution there, targeting Sans, the elusive Sans. In the back, look at Edok though, spring up a trap for Kyrie.
He finds it, short
No way.
Scores
No way.
Able to escape. Sutsujin, the quad shadow landed. Phantom execution used. Sutsujin. He could have gone for it, but Keyboy is standing right there to threaten to stop that from happening.
And the turtle is just left alone, man. RRQ's priority is not the neutral objective 50-50. They want to make sure that they shut down Onic. All the main carries are being targeted systematically one by one. And now it's back to a reset. Lutpi has to be careful here. Again, only itemizing mainly for physical defense. Keyboy tries to find something, but now he's stuck in the front.
Edok with the crash course. Tsunami Slam coming down as well, but Edok's able to flicker out of it. Abyssal Arrow lands. Lutpi! Gunned down by Toy!
My goodness, the space that Tyron is creating, even Edok as well, Kyrie.
Red tree, wrong throw rolls. That's a puncture and a passive execution.
My lord.
Kyrie can run, but RRQ will just use this to take the Lord for free.
For all the XP laners out there, this is their dream. Just playing without any plan in mind, just trying to scout as deep as possible in the enemy jungle. Tyron is pretty much unkillable at this point. I don't think he used to Purify once in this game.
Nope. Severo in the bottom lane. Yeah, has to use the Summon Force. All the offensive, the damage abilities at this point are being used to escape for Onic.
It's just the amount of damage right now that RRQ can output, and on top of that, the amount of crowd control. Again, some of these plays are looking decent, but then the moment an Abyssal Arrow lands, the moment Tyron comes in with the Falling Star Moon, everything just changes immediately, and Onic are forced to react or pay the price. And it's a price they can't afford right now. Even the purple buff, Kyrie zoned out from it completely.
Tyron would happily take the Tsunami Slam from Keyboy. In fact, that's probably what he's trying to do, and obviously Keyboy is not gonna fight for that. The mid lane might be getting siege here. Wanna play it safe, it turns out. Might be going in. Didn't land the Hot Shadow.
Look at this poke.
Rinse.
Constant arrows. Tyron is doing whatever he wants.
And there's no urgency from RRQ to push out the lane with the Lord, by the way. It's kind of timed. It's kind of collide actually at about the same time, so that might be a coincidence, but might be planned as well. RRQ are going to be pushing the mid side and top side together. These arrows are just chunking down on it before the fight even begins.
Whether it's arrows or hooks, RRQ always excels. Stop it, man. This is getting annoying.
Another 3 in a row for Rins. Severo has literally just been a magnet to these.
Okay.
Okay, at least it's not 4 in a row. I guess Rins has just been saving this pick all this time. This is his debut on a Selena.
What better time to bring it out? You bring in a new coach, you bring in the new picks that we've been hiding. Esmeralda and Selena there, hidden completely until the second phase. That was definitely surprising. Almost another
just
one.
Out of range.
That is not okay, bro. That shouldn't be allowed. 8k gold lead. Base tire's still up for Onic, but scaling-wise, they can still get the fights done, but they have to go for a full-on committed fight. Whereas RRQ are content just picking off, throwing out spells towards Onic like this, and no problem. There's still even a macro threat to think about because the chip is still very much in the game.
70-30 on the audience prediction presented by Gope, and for a good reason. Right now it's just a bit, lopsided. 8k gold lead for RRQ. Keyboy is trying to be creative with his approach here with the Tsunami Slam, but even if he's there, there's not going to be any follow-up at all.
At this point, Lutpi.
He read that.
He did. Edok didn't want to pop the shortcut. There's no reason to. They have a slow push down below. They can play the long game.
Ritz was more concerned about aiming the arrow towards Keyboy there, not towards Lutpi, because they can just slowly but surely beat Lutpi down as long as the backline members don't feel safe to walk up to trade the damage back. Concealed by Onic though, can they find something?
Nope. Toy cutting away at Kyrie. In the mid lane, Keyboy looking for the play, won't be able to find it. Diamond again, Falling Star Moon. Over to Lutpi, just poking him down as now they control the neutral objective, all of it. Lutpi, half HP already. Just chunked by Tyron. Toy with a Death Sonata landing. Onic are struggling to find an entrance. Tyron still zoning it out the crash course. Lutpi taken down by Toy, who gets a double. Rins unable to find the Abyssal Arrow, but RRQ have found enough. Another free Lord.
What do you do? What is the answer? I was gonna say it's gonna take some Kyrie magic. Lord stolen to turn this thing around, but RRQ didn't even let Kai go near their vicinity.
The issue right now is how one-dimensional the engage is for Onic. The fact that it's only Keyboy that can really be a real threat towards Tyron, and even then he has to purify. So he can just stand there, start damaging Keyboy and Lutpi, and they can't do anything about it. And the Esmeralda is so sustainable. It's a shield-based Uranus, basically. So Onic can't even trade back the poke. And now with the Lord RRQ, what's the play? Conceal.
Edok threatening again, getting the space, falling star mood to help and escort the Lord into the base. Amon Force already used up top. Thorn Rose in the mid lane together with Sans to clear it out. Abyssal Arrow does not land, but there's another mini wave coming down in the mid lane as Edok will try to use this Crash Course, and Abyssal Arrow lands on top Arrow, forcing the Purify out. Big info. Lutpi caught us with the dive, finding another! Sabero assassinated, a double kill for the Mercenary. And now with the Quad Shadow, a desperate Tsunami Slam into the back. Kairi will be Sutsujin's triple. The Sky Kings will have to bend the knee in Game 1.
First half, it's RRQs, and it's not even remotely close. This is not what we expected. We expected a bloodbath, not a slaughterhouse by the King of Kings.
There was literally no route left unchecked. Every single thing that could be done by Onic, the scouting, the engage, the burst damage, everything was denied completely. In the final moment, we thought Onic will try something at all, and before it even started, RRQ deleted the backline. Where was